Hey everyone, it's Rainstorm82 here with another Minecraft tutorial where today I'm going to teach you how to build another really cool roller coaster in Minecraft. But before we get started, make sure to smash the subscribe like buttons and share this video. Now let's get to it. So as you can see, I have a super big flat world, and I could just build it all along the edges, but no, I think that's a little bit too big. But this one's not going to be a baby one either. So, all you are going to need is, wait, never mind. Wait, so what you need is any concrete colors that you think go together. I just chose some purple and blue. And then some fences, rails, and powered rails, a minecart, like I don't know anybody who just walk up the roller coaster and then just fall down. And then something to power the power rails. So, what you're going to want to do is, number one is have some building materials. But I'm going to have my main color as my blue. And I'm just going to go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And that is above the ground. Partially just because I don't want to dig into the ground. That'll take too long. But you're also going to want, I just wanted to show you how big this is. So this is about the space that is going to be taken up. It's going to take up, if I was to look at it here, I'd say at max 20 by 20. But this is the very front. So this is where you're going to have your minecart when it's not moving anywhere. See? And then you're just going to want to have your other color, and then have 2 blocks behind it, and a lever so that way it'll get powered, and you go, wee! Oh man, I stopped. But yeah, this is going to be the very front. Then I'm just going to place rails on the other 2 sides. And now, going from the left, I'm going to go up 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks in kind of like a staircase style. And then break the bottoms of them, and then place my purple concrete. It's whatever color you want. Yeah, I'm not saying you have to use the purple. I just think purple and blue go well together. And now, whenever you're going uphill, you want your other color to be going alongside next to it, so you can have little railings. So in case you get stuck up there, then somebody can come and get you. But now going up, on the side closest to the front, for me it's my blue, I'm going to have some powered rails, and then underneath them, to the side, I'm just going to have a lever that's always on, there. But say you're using red concrete, you wouldn't really use a lever. You could use blocks of redstone, because this would look like if you have this, and you have this. What looks better, that or having something that can just be part of your aesthetic like that? Because I think that looks pretty cool. So yeah, just a little reminder, if you're using red, you can have blocks of redstone for your bottom. It will be expensive, but it's better than having some random lever on the side. But now, starting from the top again, I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. As you can see, there you go. And it's 6 if you include the block that you started with. So as you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And have some rails, and then put them over those. And now you're going to have your other color concrete right next to it as well. But if that's too expensive, remember you can use any blocks. It doesn't have to be concrete. And then on the bottom of those blocks, you're gonna have whatever color you want. For me, it's my purple that goes underneath. And I think that looks pretty cool already. But now we're going to turn left. I mean, sorry. It's when I was going this way. You're gonna turn right. And then place rails going that way. And just have one more powered rail right there. So if we were to test it out right now, you can see that's pretty cool. Yeah, so let's just have that minecart just, sit there. And now I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 blocks. And then go floorward 4 blocks, and then place 2 powered rails, and then the other 2 rails to go with it. And then on the outside, I'm just gonna place my lever. Or if you're smart, then you can break one of the purple blocks that's next to it, and just place the lever there. But you don't have to do that if you don't want to. But I think I'm gonna do it. I think it just adds some extra detail. And also, it's not like people are gonna be looking on the inside of the roller coaster anyway. Like, who does that? Because I totally don't do that. And now this is what it looks like, and this is what it's like when you ride it. Yeah, it's still pretty cool, but we can make it better. I'm not saying that it's bad or anything, but yeah. So we're gonna turn right. So place our corner one, and then go 1, 2, 3, and then place 2 rails and then 1 powered rail, just like this. I'll give you a second to do that. Okay. Remember, you can pause the video at any time if I'm going too fast. And then I'm going to place my inside concrete. And now I'm going to go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks, just like that. And then on the bottom, I'm going to place my other concrete. Now I'm going to place that concrete. And then going up, I'm going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 powered rails total. And then I'm going to also have my lever, however you would like to pronounce it. They're supporting it. So, it goes fast. And now this is what it looks like when you ride it. And you'll turn and then you go whee! But now, when we're up here, what do we do now? Like, we could go straight down, and then land, in a pool of water and, keep going. And, actually, that's a pretty good idea. I'm gonna do that. So I'm gonna go down 2 blocks above the ground or the air or, wherever you're building your thing. I don't know if you're building it, in the wall or something. But I'm gonna make it so that way when you land down here, you land in a pool of water. Not enough so that way you drown. Even though that would be pretty cool. Not like you specifically, but your passengers, depending on who they are. I mean, that would be a pretty sick roller coaster if you had water breathing potions. And you did that. But I'm just gonna do something a little bit like this, like a staircase, and then it stops at 3 blocks in length, and then it stays 2 blocks above the ground, kind of. And then I'm gonna break the ground. I know my volume's a little high, I'm sorry. But now we're gonna build a way to get down. And as you can see, I just have it going down like this. I don't know where those sounds keep coming from. I don't know how to turn them off though. But anyway. So you're just gonna start placing your rails going downhill. So that way, like if we were to ride our minecart and go this way, so that when we go up, we just fall down and keep falling. Because I think that's pretty cool. And if you're in Java, you can also have the multi-seated minecart, which, if I remember, I'll put it down in the description. But if not, just go to my channel and then look on my newer tutorials playlist, and then look at it in there. It'll be called double-seated minecart. Yeah. And now, but going from here, I did say I was going to be underwater, so we're just going to get a water bucket, and we're not really just, going to put it on top and wash away all our rails just like that. Not really. So what we're going to need to do is, if you have cheats, you can do this way, but if not, I'm going to show you another way. So if you have cheats, just go /give @s or your name. Not your real name, your, gamer tag. And then put structure, and then click, if you have struc, then click tab 2 times. If you're on, the computer. If not, then you can just spell it out. It says structure_void, and then you give it to yourself. As you can see, we have something called a structure void. And as you can see, if we have it down here, then sure, it's invisible. But it stops water from flowing in it. See? And that this isn't the barrier block. You can still, walk through it. Other entities can walk through it. If you want to test it, a minecart can go through it. See, look. Let's see if we just have this, go forward a little bit. It goes through it. And the reason why I found out about the structure void isn't the reason that you might think. I was building a couch, and then and I thought this was like, something that the minecart couldn't go through. But turns out it was something that the minecart could go through. And yeah, that's how I found out about it. But once you have this area done, you're going to have, I'm sorry, it's pretty loud. But once you have this done, as you can see, if I get rid of these structure voids, it just goes floorward as usual. Yeah, and then I'm gonna place my rails inside of it. Yeah, if you don't like getting wet, don't ride this. As you can see, if we go through it, we end up like, at the bottom of the water. But I don't really care, it's awesome though. And, if you don't want to use cheats, then just build the end of the pool like this. It's like just continue expanding it, and just make it go forward enough where you can have signs, where like people hopefully won't notice them. But then again, if you do have signs, you won't be able to place the minecart rails there. So, yeah, I wouldn't suggest using signs, but here's another thing that you can do, if you, like, really want to. You can just keep going out until the water doesn't flow anymore, and then just wait, and then just, like, wait it out. So now, if you built it like this, then you just have your rails like this. And you can't really place them in the water. I know it's very sad. And you're just gonna need to make it super loud. You're just gonna need to make it like a, you know, full water source blocks. And I think it's pretty cool that you get to, like, you know, ride in all this. See? It's cool. But as you can see, if I do have this here and then place the rail, I can't really, you know, place it there. So, oh my, it's going everywhere. But what you can do is, you know, attempt something that won't work, which is, you know, like trying to like push it in there. But you can just have it where if you get rid of this, you can have it as if you're riding on this, but you're actually not. You know, I'll just have my water here. And you can have something that you can place rails on top of, like structure voids, or barrier blocks. And you know, you can still ride on top of them like the same. But if you exit the minecart, then you'll just fall right through it. And I think it's a pretty cool, you know, like little Easter egg. So either you can do that, or you can not do the water at all. It's your choice. And now, once you're done with the water, I went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 blocks over. Just like this. Wait, hold on. Let me recount. I think I counted wrong. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I actually counted right. Wait, and then, you know, you can go back onto your very, very pretty colors. And then now we are going to actually turn. We are going to turn our minecart ride. And then now we are actually going to use our powered rails until we reach the corner. So it goes out an extra 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 blocks. If I do end up counting wrong, please let me know down in the comments. I don't like having to count. I don't like counting. But now, as you can see, I think it looks pretty cool. But one more thing, if you had, you know, if you had the double layers underneath, then you're also gonna need to re-add those. Just like so. And then you're gonna go down. Yeah, just like this. And then you'll come down. You'll go forward and turn wherever you want to, so that way you'll still end up you can turn anywhere you want now, because your ride is coming to an end. But yeah, right now I just need to add, you know, my extra purpley layers. And now that I've finished adding my purpley layers, I think it's time to give this thing one last shot. So, finish placing down your rails, going downhill, and now, if we ride our minecart, and we go, whee! And right here it's a little bit slow, and it speeds back up again, goes downhill, speeds up again, and this would normally be the end, but you know, I'm going a second time because why not? You go slow again. As you can see, you go forward again, and your ride has come to a stop. And now you may be thinking, but what was the whole point of the fence? Why did you tell us we needed the fence if we didn't? Well, here's where that fence comes in handy, because there's going to be the boarding station last but not least. the moment we've all been waiting for. Yeah. Now all you need to do is just add fences 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 blocks, or however long your line is going to be. And then you can have 2 lines. And like one line will go at a time. And like both of these lines are connected to bigger lines, which are connected to the beginning of the lines, all that stuff. All that very, very wonderful stuff. Yeah, sure. As you can see, you can also have stuff like this. And have that, and then have them need to come here, and then wait here. And then you can also do the same thing on the other side, but I don't really want to right now. But now, I'm just gonna get fence gates right here. And now get some stairs to enter the minecart. And now the journey of a lifetime begins. And yeah, that is it. So, please make sure to smash the subscribe buttons and share this video. And I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.